I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to breathe with you through the winds of recovery, through the storms and through the sunshine, as you rise back into a full life. Step out into life again and expand from a pea to a planet. You're on your way. You're going to do it. You're doing it right now. Let's breathe in a full, beautiful, vibrant planet. And exhale a little pea. We are trained to hate pain. We're trained to have pain come on and take some action. Go do something about it. Because in ancient times, if we had a broken leg, we would need to grab some piece of stick, maybe splint it up. I'm not sure how they did in ancient times, but I actually did a wilderness EMT training in college. And I went to North Carolina and trained in the month of January up in the wilderness. So we did snow simulated rescues out in the snow all night, hauling people out. Fake blood and broken bones, and we learned how to splint legs with a stick and a vine or tape or whatever we had. So I know as a former wilderness EMT that everybody who I was going to be going and rescuing was going to have intense pain, and they were going to hate that pain. They were going to want that pain gone, right? That's acute pain. Chronic pain is fear and memory and trauma and emotional suppression and energy within the body that's not coming through or not being allowed to flow through, so it keeps repeating and playing, and it becomes a protective sensation. And then it takes on a life of its own, or it can become chronic when the fear comes in. So we're trained to hate pain, we're trained to react to pain, and in order to recover, we need to do something really, truly extraordinary. And this is something our ancient ancestors had to do all the time. We had to override that hating of pain. We had to, as Dr. Schubiner says, unlearn your pain. His book, Unlearn Your Pain, it's like an encyclopedia of techniques and mindsets, and I highly recommend it. He's got meditations set up, very Buddhist meditations. He's a great pioneer in the field, and I honor him and respect him immensely. So unlearn your pain. Our society, everything in our society is trained to stop pain, to not go through pain. And so that even slows down our recovery sometimes from things, because we're going to ice something that might need a little inflammation. We might need extra blood to come in to flush that area. But no, we want to make it feel good, so we're going to ice it. I learned that if you cold plunge after you work out, then you don't gain as much muscle, because you're cooling down a system that needs to be hot. It needs to be a little uncomfortable, overheated. And certainly in order to grow strength in a workout capacity, you push to failure and there's pain there. So we have to overcome that built-in mode in unconscious mind of fearing that pain and hating that pain. And when we remove that hate and we become neutral or indifferent to chronic pain, not acute pain, if alligator's biting your leg, then definitely whack the alligator. Get the alligator off your leg. Do what you need to do in the situation. All right? I haven't had that situation, but I'm sure if that was happening, my unconscious mind would know exactly what to do. I would take action immediately to get that alligator off my leg, right? So that's the acute pain. Would I hate the alligator? I don't know. Probably not. But I would do everything in my power to remove the alligator. So another example. The other morning, I woke up and I had a swelling on my leg. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, it feels a little tender and there's some swelling there. So most likely, my mind just jumped to this, most likely I got bit by a spider in the night. probably was what happened. This morning there was a spider in the bed. Could have been that same spider. But when I saw that what was going on, the point here is that when I saw what was going on and I talked myself through it, the fear didn't come up. And so I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the pain. I said, okay, I got a spider bite. I didn't fear it. It's a little spider bite. Sprayed a little vitamin C on it. That's it. Today it's fine. So the fear of the pain and the hate of the pain is what keeps it alive. Fear and hate. Those are the two things. It's going to keep pain going. And if anxiety, same deal. Anxiety is a survival mechanism, right? It gives us energy. If we're out in the woods and there's some wild boar that are running through the woods all around us, it's good to be anxious. It's good to be alert, to react quickly, to have that adrenaline pumping in our body. And in ancient times, if we were surrounded by a huge horde of people, then it was most likely a war situation. And I didn't live through that, but think about it. You got a huge amount of people facing you, like with public speaking. A lot of people get anxiety public speaking. I get anxiety public speaking, or I have. I don't know exactly. I did a fade pain workshop last week, and no anxiety, zero anxiety. So in the past, hey, maybe anxiety would have showed up. If it would have showed up during the workshop, if anxiety popped in, I would just recognize it and say, oh, anxiety's coming to give me a little extra energy, a little extra zip, and enjoy that. So that's what's going on. We are working on moving through that social programming, through TV, through media, through medical, through doctors, of hating and fearing pain. Okay? Hating and fearing pain. And we work through it in a lot of different ways. We can work through it by talking to ourselves, by saying, I know this sensation is fine, it's safe, I'm good, I'm okay. We can also take it deeper and visualize ourselves as we want to be, walking around, enjoying life, doing things that are extraordinary. We can move into spaces of extraordinary expansion. And I have done this. It's really interesting to me. I've jumped into the ocean when the air's in the 30s and moved into that. And our ancient ancestors did it. Is it painful? Yes. My mind is saying, get out of there, right? So, but did I hate that pain? No, because I understood what was going on. I said, hey, thanks, brain. I'm going in. I'm going to shower after this and warm back up and work out, and I will be in a space where I'm moving forward. This is good for me on a deeper level. So I'm encouraging you to recognize when you're hating the pain. And hating the pain can take the form of complaining. I was on Facebook looking at one of my recovery sisters from long ago, must be over a year, 2 years ago. And her whole post was about how hard this is, how hard this journey is. And I hear that all the time. What does that sound like? It sounds like you're hating it. You're hating the journey. So make friends with the pain in any way that makes sense to you. There's a lot of techniques. But number one for me is just saying thanks. I appreciate your message of protection. I appreciate it. I'm glad you came along. You're transforming my life. I'm doing a lot of good in the world. I'm helping others out of pain now. So this is my mission. Please subscribe to my channel, join my mission to help other people get out of it. Because I guess the algorithm, the more subscribers, the more thumbs up and ring the bell and comments, all that sort of thing, then the more my message can spread out. And there are a number of us now, we're trying to get the message out to as many people as possible so they don't have to stay in that hatred of pain that could last until they die and they never find their way to this unless somehow it's put in front of them and they're able to keep it coming in, learning more about it, and then make that shift out of the medical model and structural model into the model of recovery that's worked for me and so many others. So head over to my website, healingwolfcoaching.com. Sign up for my newsletter. That way you can hear about my next free pain workshop. I did one last week and I'll do another in the future. I'm not sure when. You'll also get a free meditation emailed to you, high quality recording of a powerful meditation. And if you want to work together or ask me some questions, book a consult call and we'll talk a little bit about strategy for getting you better and how I can use my skills from RRT and all the different modalities that I've trained in, Vipassana meditation, even just the school of going through this journey is probably the most powerful tool that I have to show you the way, because I learned by going through the mud, and now I'm going through the wind, the sun, and able to say, hey, this is the way through the mud. I'm on the other side of it. I can see where you're headed, and let's get you around that puddle, and let's get you through here. And it is a muddy journey, but that's okay. I'm here to help guide you. I love you. I know this deeply in my heart that you're going to get through this, and I know you have what it takes. So keep on going, and I'll see you in the next video.